attempt to escape. It is the most underrated story of humankind. May it be to the place you want to be or somewhere you need to be, it's always a constant battle. The desire to grow demands the desire to change. There isn't a better way to talk about change than witnessing a poetic tale unfolding from the tender whispers of a bud to the graceful descent of autumn leaves. This time, we decided to travel to the mountains, where it was reciting the story of the blooming youth of the forests. The moment where it was neither a hesitant sprout nor a surrendering aged leaf. The story of the monsoon in the mountains of Nepal. Trekkers have a love-hate relationship with the rainy season. The mountains are unpredictable as it is, and the monsoon is like fuel to the fire. If you think the weather is unpredictable in the mountains, monsoon makes it impossible. It was just another pleasant night in Pokhara, and monsoon struck out of nowhere. Our goal for today is to get to Chhomrong, a settlement located at 2100 meters. Hi, so let's catch up. We got to Pokhara last night and took a jeep from Harichok to Dara today. It's about 3 hours of drive and mostly off-road. There is a small waterfall on the way, so we took some pictures and videos. We made some new friends in the jeep. Fair to say, it was a joy to hang around with them. A view of a long bridge signifies the arrival of Dara. It's peaceful here. Things are simpler, to be precise. After crossing the bridge is a steep uphill walk. We walked for about 40 minutes and we came across a hotel. The view from the hotel was intriguing enough to rest and lunch. We wasted no time and started walking towards Chhomrong. The trek today was easy. We did not have many of the mountain views, but never say never. Now, let's get to the good stuff. It's monsoon right now, and the shades of green we have been able to experience on the first day are breathtaking. It's been gloomy the entire day, but the weather decided to be kind to us, as the Annapurna and Machapuchare decided to make their entrance, even if for an hour. Hi, so it's 5:37 right now. We woke up at 5 and we kind of wanted to get some sunrise shots, and all these mountains are very familiar to us. All this Annapurna South to Machapuchare and the Machapuchare range, and so it rained very heavily last night. As I said, the weather has been very kind to us, so we want to get some good shots and videos, so let's do that. After the sunrise, we prepared ourselves for the trek towards Himalaya. The settlement is located at 2900 meters. The breakfast with a window view. Everything a starving traveler could ask for. We had aimed to reach Deorali today, but Himalaya wouldn't be that bad of a destination either. There is a small checkpost while descending to Lower Sinwa. There is a big board with all the hotel information needed for the entire trek. It might come in handy. You should either rest at Chhomrong or Upper Sinwa for the first day. There is not much of a mountain view in Lower Sinwa, but it is a great place to sleep, as it is warmer and helps with acclimatization due to lower altitude. It's one deep forest after another while heading towards Himalaya. It might seem and feel like a normal walk in the park for many, but for those who are searching for more in these deep forests are nature's cathedrals. Floral fragrances, melodic bird songs, the gentle rush of the river, and the echoes of waterfalls. Nature gives it all. You just have to yearn for it. As magical as I made the forest sound just now, it can also be unpleasant sometimes.
Wait.
By the way, the forests are very slippery during monsoon. Acting like nothing happened after an embarrassing accident, we decided to make ourselves feel better by munching on some snacks. The waterfall behind us helped us ease the embarrassment. We then stopped at Bamboo for lunch. The best thing about monsoon treks is the waterfalls and rivers, which are full of grace, showcasing its beauty at its fullest. And the worst thing is the unpredictability of the weather. It just started pouring without warning, but it was a sight to behold once the rain settled. I really can't explain how beautiful this looks right now. You have to be here. I mean, the camera just does not do any kind of justice to what I see right now. These are some of the perks of trekking during monsoon. As we were acclimating, we could hear a loud thumping noise. We were expecting just another waterfall, but we were so wrong. It was not just another waterfall. This was something straight out of a movie. I had never seen a waterfall like this. Surely I have experienced bigger waterfalls, but nothing as elegant as this one. My brother started texting his wife back home. He said the waterfall reminded him of her free-flowing hair. This statement would have been the most romantic if he was married or had a wife. The misty weather complemented the waterfall in such a manner, reminding me how lucky I am to have an opportunity to see it, experience it, and feel it. We gazed upon it, we admired it, and we tried to make sense of it. But from afar, like every beautiful thing should be, you could feel the force of nature, water carving through the walls and the boulders. Pretty good way to remind yourself how insignificant you are. After a few photos and videos, we headed towards Himalaya.
यस्तो त नगरे हुन्थ्यो के त यो बाहेक बस्न के अप्सन छ जस्तो लागिरहेको छ
We decided not to push to the Deorali today because we had already spent a significant amount of time at the waterfall. A new day. We are finally headed to the Annapurna Basecamp today. But first, breakfast. We were very excited about the trail, and it did not disappoint. More waterfalls, a much more difficult trail, and the continuous rush of adrenaline. Rugged and beautiful, a God's palace to say the least.
राजा हो आइज के हुन्न टेक्न टेक केही हुन्न क्या
After 2 hours of walking, we were finally at Deorali. It was an uphill battle. Another good excuse to have some chocolates and snacks. We then marched towards the Machapuchare base camp. Sadly, the monsoon weather had engulfed the peak of Machapuchare. Nevertheless, we were still left in awe. We made some new friends who were also heading towards the Machapuchare base camp. We came across a massive dome of ice. At first glance, we thought it was a boulder, but after getting close to it, we realized it was a melting block of ice. So we decided to keep a distance for safety. Nonetheless, it was beautiful, but very weird looking. As this is one of the most popular trekking destinations in the world, the trail is always full of people, no matter the season. This part of the trek was the calmest we had felt. There were not many steep walks. It had beautiful views and hills covered with sea of lush grasses. An antidote to the soul. There it is, the Machapuchare Basecamp. The weather was getting worse as the day progressed. But who is to decide what kind of weather is good or worse? We all feel and see things differently. The place still gave a sense of calmness and freedom, something you crave so dearly back in Kathmandu. Until the lunch was ready, we just enjoyed each other's company on top of the hill. We shared our experiences until now and planned for the road ahead. After lunch, we wasted no time and headed to our main destination, the Annapurna Basecamp. We had walked through rain, we had walked through sunshine, and now it was time for this. I do not know how to describe this weather. It got dark suddenly, foggy and misty, with head-pounding wind, minimal visibility, and no mountain views. Thankfully, this part of the trail had no uphill walks. We stopped occasionally to add more layer of clothes as the temperature started falling. We finally saw the base camp. We were finally there. Time for some pre-celebratory snacks. As happy as we were to have checked another base camp from our bucket list, we were concerned if the weather would get better tomorrow. If the sky does not clear up tomorrow, our wishes will be undone. We couldn't sleep much. We were restless at the thought of the weather not clearing up. We furiously started checking weather apps for new updates. We had looked out the window early morning. It was gloomy, scarily gloomy. After all, we had been walking for past 3 days for this big moment. We knew we could do nothing but wait and hope. This was not something we had control over. All the triggers were out in the view spot, hoping for the weather to open up. It was rather getting darker and darker. The anticipation of unknown was killing us all. We could see very miniature parts of the mountains once in a while, but nothing distinct, as the fog would cover up the entire scenery again, just as we had given up hope. this part of my life was a moment of realization. To be grateful, be present, and always be hopeful. I was thanking the universe for all its selflessness, filling us with all these emotions just by showing up when it mattered, just by existing, reminding us emotions are meant to be felt, happiness is meant to be shared, and uncertainty is part of life. No matter what, life goes on. As soon as the weather got better, multiple helicopters arrived. Some for food supplies, some for helicopter tours, and some maybe even for rescue reasons. After being blessed by the mountain gods, we decided to admire the beauty of Annapurnas from such proximity for one last time. It just felt unrealistic to realize that even such a place exists on Earth. The greenlands, the waterfalls, the glaciers, and of course, the mighty mountains. All in all, the Annapurna Basecamp must be a bucket list essential for every traveler. Imagine the people you will meet, the personalities you will explore, the sense of accomplishment you will realize, and just return as a better human being. It's like kind of scary, to be honest. I've not seen anything like this before. Like, I can't explain how deep this is and how on edge I am right now. You know, it's just insane how deep it is, and it is actually a glacier from what I've known from the locals. Like, it's just insanely beautiful. You have to be here to experience this. You know, no amount of camera or photography is going to do justice to what I'm seeing here right now. So yeah, this is insane. Thankfully the weather opened up, and yeah, like we're very grateful to see these kind of mountains in monsoon. And now we're heading towards sheeps over there. I think we're like happy with the shots that we got. The morning was very gloomy. We did not expect the sky to open up. Thankfully, thank God it did. Yeah, so we're heading towards a flock of sheep. We saw a lot of sheep right here, so we kind of want to take photos of the sheep. I don't know, sheep photography, I don't know if there's such category, but we are here, why not? I'm not seeing these many sheep in one place, to be honest. They do look very cute, but I don't want to be messing with them. Here's one of them chilling. So yeah, we'll get started, I guess. And there's a big dog over there taking care of the sheep. We then spent some time with the locals, as this was something new to us. We took some more videos and photos. Just observed and captured animals being animals, to be exact. We then returned with big smiles on our faces, very happy, fulfilled, and grateful.